So yesterday we discussed about importance of testing we had discussed. So today we will see some basics of Selenium. Okay, some terminology related to Selenium. So before automating any of the web applications, we need to understand some terminology. Let's analyze and understand that concepts. See, this is an open orange HRM application, just like Amazon.in website. This is an orange HRM website. Generally, people will use this application only for automation practice. Okay, so this is an HR management application. Generally, this kind of applications will be used by HR employees. So this is a sample website. Okay, this is a sample web application website, which was this will be used generally for automation practice purpose only. So in this application, hiring of employees, creation of skills record, hiring of candidates, recruitment process, employees record, such modules will be there in this application. Okay, so now let's understand. See, I have navigated to this application URL. So first I'm able to see here username and password text fields. Okay, so this is a username text field, this is a password text field, this is a login button. Okay, and this is, we can call it as a hyperlink. Hyperlink means you are clicking on some link, it will be navigated to some different page. Okay, so generally in web terminology we can call it as a text field. This one we can call it as a text field, and this one we are calling as a login button. And forgot your password, this one we can call it as a hyperlink. Suppose if I'm clicking on hyperlink, it's navigating to some different page. So such terminology we can call, but in Selenium terminology, everything we can call it as a web element. Okay, so we can call the terminology as web element. So this is one web element, this is one web element, this is one web element, this is one web element. Every web element, it contains some properties. Okay, so let's see. So whatever you are seeing on the web page, we can call it as a web element. So I am right clicking on this web element. I am right clicking on this web element and clicking on inspect. See, this text field was highlighted here. This particular text is highlighted. And if you see name is equal to, they have given username. Okay, let's take. Name is equal to username has been given. Password, right click, click on inspect. Name is equal to password has been given. So the first one we can call it as an attribute. Second one we can call it as a value. Attribute and value. So for login button, what is the name has been given? I'm checking. Just right click, click on inspect. Here developer has not given any of the name, correct? Sometimes developer will give, okay, name, or sometimes they might not give, they won't give name or ID. So sometimes developer also will give like this. ID is equal to username. Might be they can give different name, or they can give some username 121, something like that they will do. So for this web element, they will give ID is equal to user password 121, something like that. So whatever they want, they can give it. Got it? So for every web element, it contains some information as name. Or web element, it contains some ID. Okay, ID means unique reference. Suppose in the classroom, if I'm calling the name as Sudhakar, there are three people are there, three people are standing. If I'm calling by name, 3 people are standing. If I am calling by ID, roll number 10, only one guy will stand. Okay. So ID is the unique reference to locate a web element. Even name also, they will give unique only on the web page. But the most preferred one is ID. Sometimes if developer might not give ID or name also. So in that case, we need to take XPath. So every web element, it contains property, name or ID or XPath. So how to know the XPath of username? So let's understand this. So after right clicking and clicking on inspect, this particular text field got highlighted, right? So just right click here, go to copy. Copy XPath is available. Okay. So let me do copy XPath. If I'm doing copy XPath. System is giving very big XPath. Okay. So taking of this much big XPath is not recommended. So I'm not preferring this. Okay. So whatever system is giving, that XPath is very big one. So generally, if you want to take the web element XPath, you can navigate to here. You can click on these 3 dots, go to cloud copy, and we can take the XPath. So that is the XPath of that corresponding web element XPath. So now what I'm doing is that XPath is very big. I don't want to take that XPath. I don't want to refer that XPath. I can also write XPath manually also. Okay, let's write XPath manually. So first what I'm doing is I'm clicking on copy element. I'm doing copy element. So I'm coming back to here. So after taking copy element, what I am doing is to know the XPath of a particular web element. So here this one is there, right? So instead of that one, I'm writing /. And the next part, immediate one, we can call it as a tag name. So let me write my tag name, input. Okay. And this one is there. You can take any of the attribute value. So placeholder, this one attribute value. This one is one attribute value. And this one is one attribute value. So attribute is equal to value. So now I'm taking this one, Control C, and I'm pasting here. And I'm closing the square bracket. And here I need to write @. Got the point? You can take any of the attribute value. So just I appended @. And instead of double quotation, change it to single quotation. This is the XPath of this web element. Got the point? So this is the XPath of that particular web element. Username XPath. So let's write for password also. So now let's write the password also. So now I want to write the XPath for password. So what is the first step I need to do? Right click, inspect. I need to click on these 3 dots. Copy XPath. It will give big XPath. Let me write my own XPath. Copy element. So now let's write the XPath. So first one I need to write /. What is the tag name immediately? Input. Whatever is there, just write it. And begin the square brackets and close the square bracket. You can take whatever you want. So you can take this one, or you can take this one, or anything. So I am taking right now this one. You can take any of the attribute value. So here instead of double quotation, I am giving single quotes. So this is the XPath for password. Understood everyone how to write the XPath? Now you can tell me, I won't tell, you can guide me, I will write the XPath. For login button, I want to know the XPath. What I need to do? Right click, inspect, click on three dots, copy, copy element. I have to paste, right? Control V, double slash, tag name, whatever tag name is there, button, square brackets, @ So do I need to take this much attribute? This is very big one. Can I take simple one? Right. Single quotation. Hope now everyone understood how to write the XPath for any of the web element. Got the point? Okay, now let's see. We will write for some more one. So I'm clicking. So for this sample website, this is the username and password has been given already. So let me log in. Admin. Password is admin123. And I'm clicking on login button. Now I want to know the XPath for admin. What I need to do? Right click, inspect, three dots, copy, copy element, right? Tell me the XPath. Double slash span. Which one I have to take? So I can take this one, right? So this is the only one I have, and other one also there. Anyway, I can take this one. So this is the XPath of that particular web element. Okay. And how can I know that XPath is correct or not? So this is the XPath you have written on login page. This is the XPath we have written on home page. Once you navigated to home page, we are locating admin web element. So how can I know this XPath is correct or not? So let's copy this XPath, Control C, and I'm going back to here. So this one only, right? We are locating. Control F you can type. Control F. See, after Control F, see here, find by string, it is got escape. Okay, find by string, this one. So I'm pasting that XPath here. I have pasted. So it is showing five of 11, 6 of 11, 7 of 11, 8 of 11, 10 of 11. So 1 of 11, 2 of 11, 3 of 11. If it is showing 1 of 1 means that XPath is correct. If it is showing, suppose let's go to the login page. First we will go to the login page. First we will check all those XPaths are correct or not. So this XPath we have already written. This one only, right? Control C and select any of the thing here, and immediately you can type Control F. See, this one came, and I'm pasting here. Control V. How many it is showing? So that means your XPath is correct. See, that one is only highlighted. Username text field highlighted. If it is not highlighted, means that is something went wrong in your XPath. So let's check password XPath is correct or not. This one on password XPath. This one, right? Control C. Control V. See, is it showing 1 of 1 or not? 1 of 1 it is showing. And login button. Control C. So here Control F already done. Control V. It is showing correct 1 of 1. So whatever XPath that we have taken, those all are correct on login phase. It has to locate it uniquely. If it is locating uniquely, it will show 1 of 1. If it is showing 1 of 2, 1 of 3, 1 of 4, 1 of 5, 1 of 11, that XPath is not correct. Okay. So now let's see. So now let's go back to the admin page. Admin 1, 2, 3. And I'm clicking on login button. So this is the XPath we have written for admin web element. But the admin web element, the XPath, with this XPath, it is showing 1 of 11. How many it is showing? So the similar kind of web elements, 11 web elements are available. Okay. So in this case, what you need to do is, you need to apply indexing. Indexing means you can keep some parentheses like this. Starting parenthesis. So I kept it starting parenthesis and ending parenthesis. And within the square bracket, you can specify 1. Okay. And if you want to look at the second one, you can same copy and paste it. You can change it to index number. So second web element will be highlighted. If you want to know the third one, you can specify the index numbering as 3. Okay. So this one, for this one, we need to keep parenthesis and we need to apply indexing. If it is more than 1 web element, if it is showing, you need to write indexing technique. So parenthesis and within square bracket 1, square bracket 2, and square bracket 3, like that you have to specify. Got the point? So now let's verify this XPath. Is it identifying admin or not? Control C. Is it locating? It's located. See, that one only highlighted. Admin only highlighted. Here. Everybody. So whenever you are getting more than 1 of 5, 1 of 6, 1 of 7 like that, okay, simply you have to keep parentheses like this. And you have to apply indexing like this. So this is admin. This is admin web element XPath. And if I want to know, if I am asking for PIM web element XPath, okay, so in that case, Control C. See, the second one, it is got highlighted, PIM. Okay, so even PIM also, if you write the same XPath, this is the same XPath only, it is coming. You can try the index, you can change the indexing number and you can come to know. What is the point? So here, first one admin got highlighted, wherever indexing number it is locating exactly, locate that one. So even after writing for XPath for PIM module also, PIM web element also, the same XPath it came. 1 of 11 it is showing. Just to try which of the index numbering it is matching. Okay, so these are the basic concepts. Okay, now let's go to the next one. So now we understood for any of the web element, to refer an web element, I can use property as name is equal to username, ID is equal to username 1 to 1, or for any of the web element, I can refer by its XPath. Okay, so these are the attributes and values. Okay, now let's go to the, so that is the basic terminology is required. Okay, when I want to locate a specific web element, you can locate any of the web element by its name, by its ID, or by its XPath. This is the basic principles of to locate a web element on a web page. Okay, now let's go to the next point. So now we understood basics of what is a web element. A web element contains ID, name, and XPath. These are the properties it contains. That's what we understood. So now let's see in today's class how to automate a Orange HRM login page. Okay. Okay. One second. So before logging into that part, okay, 1 second. Okay. So what are the main components of Selenium? Okay. What are the main components of Selenium? To write a Selenium program, what are the things it's required in your system? So we required Eclipse IDE. What is Eclipse IDE? We'll discuss. We required Java software, Java and test engine. And we required WebDriver.exe. We required Chrome browser. So these are the 4 components are required. In order to write your program, to automate a web page, these are the 4 softwares needs to be installed on your system. Okay. So what is mean by Eclipse? Eclipse means it's just like a notepad. It's an editor where we will write our Selenium programs. Okay. So Eclipse, it's an editor. So in the Eclipse editor, we will write our Selenium programs. Java and test engine are Selenium. So these are the softwares has to be installed on your Eclipse. So all these 3 softwares has to be installed in your Eclipse. It has to be available. And WebDriver.exe. Okay. WebDriver.exe means for Chrome browser, we will download ChromeDriver.exe. ChromeDriver.exe we will download. For IE browser, Internet Explorer, we will download IEDriver.exe. If it is a Firefox browser, we will download GecoDriver.exe. So for every WebDriver, for every browser, there is a dedicated WebDriver.exe is available. For Chrome browser, ChromeDriver.exe. For IE browser, IEDriver.exe. For Firefox browser, there is a GecoDriver.exe. So these things I am calling technology as WebDriver.exe. So whenever you want to execute your program on Chrome browser, so which WebDriver.exe file it has to be there in your system? ChromeDriver.exe. If you want to execute your program on Firefox browser, GecoDriver.exe, it has to be downloaded and it has to be available in your system. Okay. And if your program wants to execute on Internet Explorer, you have to download IEDriver.exe. So simply we can say WebDriver.exe is one of the component to run your programs on specific browser. And the last one is browser. Browser means Chrome browser. Okay, IE browser. These are the 4 components are required. Firefox browser. So these are the 4 components are required in order to run your Selenium programs. Okay, now let's understand the next point. So these are the main components or software needs to be installed on your system. Okay, so the installation of these 4 components we can discuss in 6th class. Okay, now let's come back to the next one. So in the Eclipse IDE, we will write Selenium program. Selenium program means launch application URL. Okay, launch browser. Browser is open. Enter username. Username entered. You enter username as some value. Enter password as some value. Click on login button. So some set of commands I will write in my Selenium program. Okay. So this set of commands I will write in the Eclipse IDE. Okay. So Eclipse is an editor where I will write my Selenium programs. So the set of commands I will write in the Eclipse IDE. And each and every command, it will go to webdriver.exe. So every command, it will go to webdriver.exe. And webdriver.exe will forward that request to corresponding browser. Suppose in your Eclipse program, launch chromedriver.exe you have written. Launch Chrome browser you have written. So in that case, that request it will go to chromedriver.exe, and chromedriver.exe it will invoke Chrome browser. Okay, here it will invoke Chrome browser. And after that second command you have written launch application URL you have written. Launch Orange HRM application URL you have written. That request it will go to the chromedriver.exe, and chromedriver.exe will forward that request to Chrome browser. Okay, so like that. So like that, each and every enter username, enter password, click on login button. Okay, any of the thing, the request it will go to webdriver.exe. After that, that webdriver.exe forwards that request to Chrome browser. That's why webdriver.exe we can call it as a mediator or interface. Mediator or interface between Selenium program and the browser, because it is forwarding each and every request to browser. That's why it is acting a role as mediator role between Eclipse IDE, Selenium program and browser. Okay, so if suppose you have written your Selenium program and your browser is ready, but you haven't downloaded chromedriver.exe, does your program will execute? No, every request first it has to come to chromedriver.exe, and after that only your request it will go to Chrome browser. Got the point, everybody? Right. So these are the main components of Selenium. So in order to write Selenium program, these four softwares needs to be downloaded, and all these four components has to be there. So your Selenium program is there and Chrome browser is there. No, your program cannot be executed. So you have to download chromedriver.exe as well. After that only, each and every request command, whenever you are running your program, every command, every request, it will go to chromedriver.exe, and chromedriver.exe will forward that request to Chrome browser. So like that, your Selenium WebDriver component or WebDriver architecture, it will work. Okay, now let's come back to the next point. So to launch my Eclipse, just on the taskbar, I have Eclipse IDE is there. I clicked on Eclipse IDE. So like this, my Eclipse page is open. Got the point? So I'm closing it again. So once Eclipse is installed, just go to here. Eclipse, you can type it. You can open like this also, or it can be installed on your taskbar. So I'm clicking on here. So this is the first view of Eclipse. Okay, on the left hand side, whatever you are seeing, these we can call it as a projects. Okay, so Okay. How to create these projects? We can discuss in one of the next two, after two classes or third class, I will tell you. So there is a project, Orange HRM 11. This is the project. I will tell you how to create this project also. Now let us assume there is a project already created. So Orange HRM 11 is the project. And I'm expanding. So just I clicked on here. So I expanded. So you are able to see all these folder structure. SRC main Java, SRC test Java, JRE system library, Maven dependencies, test ng. So all these things you are able to see. Whenever you will create a project, automatically all these folder structure and all these files, it will be by default, it will be available under this project. So whenever you created a project name as Orange HRM 15, if so just you navigate to file and new and click on project. So whenever you will create a project, you can able to see all these folder structures, it will come automatically. So I will tell you how to create that project in tomorrow's class. So once project is already available, just you can navigate to SRC test Java. So under SRC test Java only, we will write our Selenium programs. Okay. So under SRC test Java, we will write our Selenium programs. The first point is, so see, these all are labs. Day 01, day 02, day 03, day 04 concept is drop down, day 05 concept is data provider. So like that, almost 43 labs are there. So these call, so whatever you are seeing, we can call these things as a package. Okay, package means it's just like a folder. Suppose in your C drive, once you navigate to C drive, you will see so many folders, right? So your personal documents, videos, and like that. Every folder, it represents corresponding items. Similarly, you can create a package, your own package, or you can create a own folder. We can also call this one as a folder also. Okay, so you can create in terminology wise, we can call it as a package. So let me create my own package. So to create a package, just right click, new, and go to package. Okay, so just right click, new package. So let me create my package name as ABC underscore data 0. I'm creating. Okay, ABC underscore data I'm creating. Let's me create ABC underscore data. Finish. See, this is the package name got created just now. If I want to create one more package also, I can create it. New package ABC underscore data 1. Data 1 already there, it is showing. So data E. See, this is package got created just now. So like that, the package has been created. So under a package, okay, under a folder, we will create our own programs. Okay, how to create a basic program, how to create a test ng class. So the first basic point is how to create a test ng class, because Selenium programs we will write in a test ng class. So let's understand how to create a test ng class. So just right click, go to test ng and click on create test ng class. On a package, just right click, test ng, and you can click on create test ng class. And here I am writing my class name, test ng class name, TC01 underscore test1 I am writing. Okay, TC01 underscore test1 I am writing, and I am clicking on finish. See, under ABC data, TC01 underscore test1.java class file got created. And by default, under this Java file, this is the content automatically generated. See, after every curling bracket, I'm pressing enter, starting curling bracket or ending curling bracket. So this is the code has been generated automatically in that class file. So let's create one more class. So I'm clicking on close here. and the system is asking, could you please save this content? And I'm clicking on save. It has been saved. Now let's create one more TestNG class. We can create n number of Selenium programs. So how to create a Selenium program means, so you need to right click on a package, go to TestNG and click on create TestNG class. So here you can give TC01, TC02, you can give different name, test2, and I'm clicking on finish. See, this is TC02 underscore test2 got created. And after every starting curling bracket, just press some enter. And I'm saving. So this is one Selenium program. This is one Selenium program. So like that. So now the set of commands and everything we will write inside this class. Now let's understand what is this code and analysis part I will explain. So before writing this part, the first basic points is you have to know how to create a package. Under that package, how to create a TestNG class. These are the 2 points are important. Okay. So this is the package. Under this package, if you want to write your programs, just right click TestNG and click on create TestNG class. So here you can give TC01. I'm clicking on TC01 and I'm clicking on finish. See, just expand TCP01.java class file got created, and this is the content was generated automatically when you create TestNG class. And I'm saving and I'm closing. And if I want to create one more TestNG, one more Selenium program, just right click, TestNG, create TestNG class. TC02, no one second. Here, class name.